You can always depend on John Nolan to get us through this very disastrous time period of human history. Oh, everyone, Joe here from ActionX. Welcome to What's in the Tuber. Welcome back if this is your 16th Rookie Season 2 episode review. Oh, man, I miss Rookie so much. It was a shorter break. It was only 2 weeks, but it definitely felt like a very long 2 weeks. A lot has happened in 2 weeks in terms of how the world is currently right now, and the majority of the TV shows currently on. COVID delay, as I like to call it, and we're still very much in the dark on how we're still going to proceed forward with certain things. It's very nice to at least see some shows still airing new episodes to at least keep things bright and happy and take the attention off the world's conditions for at least an hour. So I commend the Rookie for kicking off the return. But however, will the Rookie be able to continue its remaining second season? They haven't said anything yet, so we'll see as we go along. But anyway, so enough of world dreams, and let's get back to Rookie. I mean, I honestly think this was pretty much another very solid episode of The Rookie. This was teeming with guest stars, and it worked every single one to its advantage. And even though, yes, there are shows that have done episodes that are really, really, really guest starred, and they just take advantage of the name instead of like really using them to their advantage. The Rookie has always found a way to make, I believe, 95% of its major guest stars work in a valid way that works great. It works amazingly, and this episode once again continues that track record. And obviously, of course, I did make a small criticism on Seth Green. I believe the last episode that came out before this one. And so definitely this episode really bounced back. It really continued some of the major storylines, as well as, re-bringing up old ones, and also managing to still have that same comedy flair that the Rookie's been so great, but still having those serious moments when it can. So let's get down through it. Let's get enough bullshitting. Let's get through the very butchered recap. So the American Idol thing was something I knew about for a while. Like the Rookie and the American Idol are crossing over, like the Shark Tank crossover we got earlier this season. It's very funny how the Rookie's been really taking advantage of those ABC connections to like help out and also kind of connect everything. And ironically, there was an American Idol episode premiered before this, so it was ironic that if you wanted to stick around, go ahead, watch the first opening minutes of the Rookie featuring the American Idol. And let me say this: Lucy Chen has some solid vocals. Like, if I feel like the character herself could have easily become a singer had this police officer shtick not worked out. So it was pretty hilarious, and to still keep it like even Bradford's holding her back on that. That was just so funny. I think that was the actress's real singing voice. So again, top dogs to her. I think the actress's name is April O'Neil. No, I'm thinking of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. And don't worry, I'm not going to review that show anytime soon. But the name is escaping me. But anyway, so after that very hilarious American Idol crossover, we get to the actual episode itself where... Sure, where do we start? So everyone's doing blood donations, apparently. Very random decision. Let's have the entire main cast together mostly the entire main cast together. No, I don't believe West and Diaz were there. I don't think so. They were doing night shifts. I think they were sleeping in. No, they weren't there. So it's everyone besides them doing some blood donations and having Rookie, Nolan's girlfriend, involved in the scene to kind of get some connection going, like cross-pollinating the worlds a little bit. It was a pretty nice, simple scene, and Gray's only scene in the episode. And again, it was still pretty funny, like, oh, drink your grape juice. I actually don't like grape juice. Actually, I do like certain grape juice. I don't remember. There was a grape juice I used to have in elementary school that I used to love. But I don't remember which one it was. Nor do I want to go back to school. And schools are closed, so what can I do? Anyway, so this was a very nice scene where we get to see everyone together before. Again, it's splitting. It's something different. Usually we get the bullpen scene where we see all the characters like briefly come together for a little bit, and then they all split off into their own storylines, and maybe we'll see some interactions throughout. But this was a very nice, different sort of pace for it, as then we cut to Diaz passed out. Apparently her and Wesley are heading off to a vacation in exchange for doing all these graveyard shifts, she's going to be able to get some vacation time. Sadly, she has to put on Wes Fruit as well, and he's not so happy. Wes kind of took a backseat in this episode. He doesn't really do that much. He's just contributing to the Diaz storyline, and I don't know, but it's when you do an ensemble show, sometimes you're going to take the backseat, sometimes you're going to be in the front seat. So sadly, some people have to take the backseat. So I think from here we already immediately are splitting off into the storyline. So I'll start with Lucy and. Yeah, every storyline besides the Diaz and... Actually, I'll do Diaz and West first, because that's kind of simple itself. So they're doing the graveyard shifts. They're not really... They're really behind the scenes for most of this. Apparently... they're not apparently. I don't know why I keep saying apparently like this is a revelation. No, they're doing graveyard shift. They got one more to do, and then they're both off on vacation time. So they're off. They decide, you know what? Let's just sleep in the car. Let's just log it in as a day of work. But my question is, well, your body cams are on, so wouldn't the people surveilling this footage is going to know that, hey, we got 2 cops on payroll sleeping? Should we do something about that? Should we? Yeah, but then, as Wes was overanalyzing, as he always does, the standards of the vacation, he's immediately concluded, like, oh, he's going to propose. He's going to propose during this vacation. Diaz is trying to deny it, but she's not entirely so certain about that for whatever reason. And then, so here's the funny thing about, I'm going to fill in a lot of blanks very loosely, because I say very butchered recap, because what was happening was I had paused my viewing of the rookie because I had to do something quickly. And then I accidentally pressed the button on my remote, and then I lost, I think, 7 minutes of the episode. Hopefully that was mostly commercial, so I'm hoping that it was just Diaz and Wes just sleeping around before they get called into the Lucy and Bradford storyline. I could be wrong on that. I apologize. I make mistakes like this often, and since I didn't DVR this because I knew I was going to be here live for it, I don't have a backup recording of it, so that's kind of hilarious of me to do. But so we branch into then a little bit later. I'm pretty sure there was a scene explaining Diaz's turmoil on being proposed, and I apologize for missing that. But the next time we see them, they're getting called into Lucy and Bradford's case to arrest a suspect of interest. And Diaz has a very funny line, like, listen, I've been through so much shit in the past couple of weeks. Do not make me chase you, otherwise you will pay. And the guy's like, fuck it. I'm surrendering. I'm sorry. That was like probably the most easiest arrest I've ever seen on television. And then so their shift's over. She heads back home, and she finds Wesley already ready to go, already ready for the vacation. And yeah, that was pretty much his signal to propose. Apparently, he was planning to propose during the vacation, but it was the standard, like, comedic trope, like, what if I lose the ring somewhere along the way? What if I'm on the hot air balloon and the ring falls out of my hand? Yeah, there's a lot of very plausible scenarios that could happen when it comes to those proposals, and he definitely just said, you know what, let's just have a simple proposal here and now, and then just enjoy this as an engagement vacation. And she said, yes, that's great, we're going to get a wedding in the rookie. Hopefully, I don't think we're going to get it this season, though. I mean, #APC, renew the rookie. Anyway, so that kind of wraps up that storyline kind of fairly quickly. Then we jump over to Lucy and Bradford, and it's like, this was a guest star. It's like, wait, they got her? So Bradford is briefly adjacent for a bit because he has a court appearance, so he's wearing a suit and he's heading off there. So Lucy's stuck on front desk duty for a bit, and then she runs into Rosalind Sanchez. Ow! Oh, frack! My side of my hand hit the bone in my in the joint that connects the foot to the leg, and it freaking hurts. It's pointy for some reason. Anyway, Rosalind Sanchez. Now, if you don't know who she is, well, I'm understanding why you wouldn't be more recent on her. For me, she has popped up sporadically during my childhood. She was in Rush Hour 2 that I saw with my dad when I was a kid, and then I also saw her in The Game Plan starring The Rock. And I'm pretty sure I saw her somewhere else in between that time frame. I just cannot remember what else she's been in. But she was in Rush Hour 3 in a delete scene, so technically you can count that too. And yeah, she's a really good actress. She was kind of like the thing about me is that I don't have anything called a celebrity crush. I don't. Like, I told George this, and again, I think now my billionth reference on, I told George this on any of my shows. I do have attraction towards celebrity, but I think if I was to like describe Kid Me, I'm pretty much sure that she would probably be the definition of like a celebrity crush. And she still looks good after all these years. She still looks great. And apparently she's married to Bradford's actor. It's like, holy crap, worlds are colliding. Like, I don't know. But it was fun to see that interaction. So she is playing a character that works for a tabloid magazine, but not on the tabloid gossip side of things. She works on the style side of things, but she wants to break into crimes and, breaking big conspiracies, that sort of thing. And Lucy, being a rookie, is kind of, a little bit too easy on her and tries to be a little bit too eager to help her out. But Bradford shows them and kind of puts a pause on that. But he's too late. Lucy already gives her some public documented report that should help her out. And that's kind of it for a while. Then I believe their shift ends, and then we see those two interact again. And her character, Rosalind Sanchez's character, is happy. She apparently discovered a bigger story, but she wants to treat Lucy out for a drink to kind of thank her for her help and contribution thus far. So they head up for a drink. Turns out it was all a ploy. Apparently she needed an officer to be there to make this big arrest. Like, she's gonna break the story, and then Lucy's gonna make the arrest. But Lucy knows this is wrong because she's a rookie. She can't do these sort of like freelance arrests on her own without proper supervision and proper authority. So it's not entirely so good for her right now. But however, Rosalind's character pushes her a little bit too far, and then they manage to get a hotel room right next to the suspected crime that's about to occur. Bradford somehow shows up. This is where I lost something in the 7-minute blackout. But Bradford's there. I'm pretty sure he's not happy with the whole scenario. But however, they're going to step in, they're going to make the arrest, they're going to bust it. And Rosalind's character, for some reason, decided, let me go out to the balcony, climb over the railing, and climb to the next room and get a picture. You're risking your life for a picture, and no doubtably she falls. And of course, Bradford had to save her in the sacrifice of her camera, and yeah, so they got her, they saved her, and then this is where Diaz and West step in and take the perp away, and Lucy and Rosalind's character gets a bit of a moment, not entirely a peacekeeping moment, more like Lucy tells her off that, hey, listen, you may have done this for the right reasons, but the way you were acting this throughout, you were just acting like a tabloid. Like, you want to break this story professionally, but you really just acted like a tabloid. And I think they kind of just mended off there for a bit. I'll get to my real thoughts on that in a second. And so then we cut to Nolan and Harper storyline. It's mostly Harper this week. I mean, Nolan's trying to get some second date action going, some follow-up date action with his new girlfriend, Dr. Lady, that I already forgot her name. Yeah, I remember the name last time, and now I completely forgot the name. I don't want to guess what it is. I'm going to just keep calling her Nolan's girlfriend. So Harper is visited by her ex-husband, which we haven't seen in a while. Apparently their daughter is suffering some nightmares, and last night they had like a bit of an issue. So he kind of wants Harper to come over, give her some talks, trying to see what's going on with this, because the daughter said only mommy can help me. She's the only one who can help me. So later we get Harper and Nolan heading off to her old house. We get this big name cameo. I forgot the name of the guy. I think he's a big singer. He's a big name singer. I don't know what he is. I don't know if he's an actor or singer. I really don't know. I'm sorry. Yeah, I really can't remember the name for the life of me. But he's apparently a big name somewhere. So I apologize. I don't know him. I don't know everyone. I really don't. So so they enter the house, and Harper gets to talk to her daughter. Apparently, from what she saw, she said she heard some noise, she heard some screaming, she heard a man screaming. She saw something outside her window and assumed it was a nightmare and a ghost. Harper's not buying it. Nolan's talking to Harper's ex-husband for a little bit, and they mentioned this incident. So I don't know what this incident is. We don't know at this point yet. But Harper and Nolan head outside. They kind of just cross-examine, see what's going on here. Maybe there's some validity to her daughter's reporting. And there's been some very dry blood marks, but they can't really determine where they come from yet, so they just leave it alone. and Harper is going to have dinner that night with her ex-husband and her daughter to kind of just scout out the whole thing, make sure the next night is okay, so that they could all move on from this. She wants Nolan to come along to kind of be a buffer, but Nolan's got a date with his girlfriend. So initially, Nolan's like, "I'll drop the date. I'll go and head over to your house." And Harper's like, "No, go on your date. It's fine." So we cut to the later the night. Harper to the house, and Harper gets there. Seems all right for the brief moments, and then Harper and her ex start to briefly get into a fight before the daughter gets pulled away. Before the real fight, I'm assuming, was going to start, and then Nolan and his girlfriend pop in and surprise him. Like, "Hey, we're here to have dinner with you guys," acting like the buffer that Harper wanted. This is, again, another thing where I lost something in the 7 minutes. But from what I can gather from the 7 minutes I lost is that we learned two things about the whole, during the whole dinner. That, first of all, Nolan's girlfriend is not technically divorced yet. She is separated from her husband, but she hasn't begun the divorce proceedings yet. So I don't think Nolan wasn't entirely happy with that, since he's still dating a married woman. And yeah, because again, there's something like a very finicky thing. Because what if she decides to change her mind and go back to him? That technically she is still legally married, so Nolan couldn't get any sort of say in the matter. And also the incident that Harper and her husband keeps mentioning is that when I think it was one of their final moments before the divorce happened, was that while they were at a grocery store, someone that Harper was known to have connections with while she was undercover noticed her and realized she was just faking it, but Harper had to return to her persona in order to keep her cover, while in the face of putting a very bad memory on both her ex-husband, at the time husband, and her daughter. And it hasn't sat well, even after nearly a whole year removed from that. And yeah, I think from there, Nolan decides to head out for the night. However, they notice the shadow in the back. They notice something going on outside. They find this old lady with a shotgun. I mean, I want to play Watch Dogs Legion badly already, so I could be that badass wielding shotgun grandma, but we're not there yet. But yeah, so Harper and Nolan managed to put her down. Not put her down the killing way, but put her down the gun, put her away, and they managed to get through that whole sort of thing. Apparently she was looking for her dog that might have been attacked by a coyote, and she got bit by a coyote. So yeah, that's I feel sorry for her. I feel sorry for her. Like I love dogs. I don't have a dog personally, but I have friends that have dogs. So having a dog be attacked is kind of very sad. And I'm sorry if I'm not acting sad. I'm not an actor. I can't. You are command. Okay, I'm sorry about that. Anyway, so Nolan's about to leave, and then he notices the dog, Snowball. I think that's his name, Snowball. I'm gonna call him Snowball. And he's such the cutest little dog. He really is. And the way Nolan hugged him, however, something's wrong, because the moment he picked him up, he saw a man being tied up in a nearby house, and he gets knocked over with, I think, a baseball bat or something. Turns out it was the other big guest star, the neighbor. He's apparently he mentioned that he was having some issues with his husband. Turns out that he was about to file for divorce, so he decides to drug him and held him hostage to kind of convince him not to divorce him. It's kind of a very weird way to prevent a divorce, in my opinion, but okay. So, but Nolan's tied up, and weirdly enough, there's a hole in the roof. Now, I know everything about holes in the roof because I had one for the longest freaking time. Again, that's a story for another time. So Nolan is just hanging from the water pipe above in a hole in the ceiling. What the frack is going on? And the guy's trying his very best. Oh, how am I going to kill him? Maybe I should stab him or should shoot him. And Nolan's trying his damn best. No, you're going to get blood on this. No, you're going to get blood on that. No, they're going to hear the gunshot. No. And Nolan's just playing the very calm, smart way because he knows he can break through the pipe, but he needs time. Harper eventually does notice that but while this is all going on, Harper is having the talk with her daughter that everything's fine. It was just an old lady. However, the daughter was about to calm down, but however, she mentioned that, hey, by the way, there was a man screaming during that night too. So that still means that there's still an unaccount factor to her story. So we cut back to the house where the big guest star figures out that, hey, if I just suffocate him to death using duct tape, there will be no blood. He'll just die like that, and it'll just be easy to dispose of the body. So Nolan's literally in a life and death situation yet again. And yeah, I think from there, yeah, no, yeah. So Nolan manages to get free. A brief encounter ensues, and Nolan's about to get shot yet freaking again. But Harper figures it out. I mean, there was a scene, an interaction between her and the neighbor, and Harper she knows bullshit when she sees it. She saves Nolan. She knocks out the guy, and yeah, that was pretty much it. So Harper heads back to the house. She has a nice moment with her ex-husband, but nothing on in terms of a reconciliation. It's more like he hasn't been dating anyone since the divorce. And she's like, you know what, you should date. You should move on. Meaning that she's okay with him moving on to someone else if he chooses to. And Nolan and his girlfriend at the hospital have a moment where, yeah, she has no interest in going back to him. There's no chance of that happening. But, however, she wants to take things slow since this is her first relationship post her separation. No one completely understands, and no one was about to play the sly card. Like, okay, you want to play it slow? Okay, I'm gonna leave. I'm not gonna kiss you. And she's like, I don't want you to take it too slow. And then no one closes the door. Like, no one. I think your definition of slow has taken a wrong turn. But anyway, that kind of wraps up the episode. Again, another solid episode from the Rookie. Definitely was a breath of fresh air to have during this very depressing, gloomy time of human history. It was nice to laugh for a while. It was really nice. And not to say any of the other shows I watched can't make me laugh, but my current selection of shows that are still airing new episodes was The Walking Dead, Westworld, Better Call Saul, and yeah, that was it. Every other show has been on hiatus. Oh, and Last Man Standing, but that's just goofy chuckles. And yeah, so, but anyway, it was very nice for the Rookie to kind of give me some levity in terms of this time, and it was also a pretty solid episode with a lot of great guest stars. And now I can begin a campaign saying, ABC, you would be idiots to not renew this show for season 3. And let me tell you what, you can add 3 characters to your roster. You can add Nick's character. You could add Alan Tudyk's character. And now Rosalind Sanchez's character. These are 3 prime additions you have to add to your season 3 cast. Make it happen. Or at least spin them all. I'm perfectly happy if they spin them off. Huh? Let's do it. Let's get the rookie verse going here. Okay, I'm kidding around. But anyway. Yeah, again, a really solid episode. Loving the new character. Hopefully this is the last we see of Rosalind Sanchez's character. The way they're setting her up was that there could be potential for her to continue in this show. I mean, and we've seen husband and wife, real life married couples play at characters on the show. It's plausible. Legends of Tomorrow did that with Ray and Nora Dark. They're married in real life, and that worked. That worked out well. So add Rosalind here. I mean, it would be pretty cool to see another side of things for a change, and we'll see what happens. We'll see. I mean, right now I'm just more concerned if we're going to get that season 3 renewal. I mean, we're coming to the end here. We're on the last 5 episodes of the season. We need to know if we're going to get season 3 or not, because the suspense of me waiting to know if my favorite show on the air is going to come back or not next year is imperative. I know there's a lot of other important things we need to worry about right now, but for me, the number one thing is, of course, surviving. Number 2, making sure my family's safe. And number 3, making sure the Rookies renew for season 3. You've been warned, ABC. Anyway, so on this episode, I give it 2 thumbs up, and next week's episode is looking to be more returning faces, more returning storylines, and I have no idea if this has been delayed by COVID. I'm going to, I'll be mad. But I say, why do I keep yawning during these? Why do I keep yawning? Anyway, that's going to do it for me, guys. So if you were unaware, this was What's on the Tube from ActionX. If you want to know what's coming up overall on What's on the Tube, we usually do the Rookie episode reviews each and every Monday after its brand new episode on Sunday on ABC. We also do Nancy Drew episode reviews Thursdays after its new episode on Wednesdays on the CW, which will be returning this week. But, however, because of COVID, Nancy Drew's first season has been reduced. So whatever they have shot in the can, that's all we're getting. And then after that, we're getting an impromptu finale for now until the COVID is over and they're able to resume shooting. And then Nancy Drew's already been renewed for season 2. So how will that work in the production schedule? I don't really know. We'll see what happens. And so, but I'll be back on the air for a while. And this Saturday, we usually do Katie Clean chapter reviews after its new episode on Thursdays on the CW. However, since Katie Clean is on a COVID delay, even though its first season has been shot, they still need to edit episodes. I understand that. This Saturday, we are reviewing, as a one-off special, High School Musical, the movie. Again, if you want to understand, like, wait, isn't it a movie and you're reviewing TV shows? You will see on Saturday why I'm making the case for it. But that's that. But if you're just concerned about The Rookie, new episode reviews are on Mondays after a new episode premieres on Sunday nights on ABC. So we're back next week, thankfully. I believe after that we get a rerun. And then scheduling-wise, from what I'm looking at the schedule, barring if COVID didn't delay any production because they didn't do any big like photos or anything for like wrapping up the season 2 production, I really don't know. It's only 20 episodes, and logistically speaking, 20 episodes should have been already wrapped up already. I mean, Supergirl, Flash have already wrapped up 20 episodes, so if I have to compare with The Rookie, they should have wrapped up already, so I'm hoping we're just getting a straight flush. Again, I could be wrong, but again, just take my words with a grain of salt. We'll figure this out together. But next week there's a new episode, so don't worry about that, so I'll be back next week. But again, if you were unaware, this was What's on the Tube from ActionX. If you want to see more of What's on the Tube, please subscribe to ActionX on YouTube. Please ring the bell for notification when we have a new episode review live. Like, favorite, share, if you please. And also follow us on social media feeds, as per usual. I'll see you, Rookie Nation, next week. Peace out.